Hello, comrades, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 4 of Loco Dome. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. This is a competition where I pit two contestants with 5 locomotives apiece into a game to see who has the best roster of locomotives and who can play the game better. It's just to see who's the best at the Loco games, really. I'm not going to make the joke for the 4th time in a row. Today, we have a repeat customer because we had to shuffle around uh, the match order because of some scheduling issues. But of course, I have Tyler with me as our technical advisor.
Hello there, and killed them all.
In his bloodthirsty way. We have some rule changes regarding bloodthirstiness and also game length, mostly game length, that we can talk about at the end of this episode if it doesn't go too long. If not, stay tuned to, the channel, the Discord, by trading cards. That won't help you learn the rules, but, it will, because there's a link on the trading cards to look at the rules. The rule changes are updated in the rules, they're just highlighted for future. But without further ado, let us introduce our contestants, or actually, more importantly, let us show off the bracket thus far. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, you should probably check them out, because this is spoilers. We had a win from Kaiserin yesterday, and Kaiserin is back today.
Hello.
With, of course, the same roster. These rosters are locked in. You've got Hogwarts Castle or Olden Hall. You've got the King Edward I, King class, Skookum, which was your mirror match engine, the Red Devil, and the 242A1, which is the very frightening French thing. And in the other corner, we have Horizon. This is your first match in Loco Dome in the bracket.
Hello.
I hope you've brushed up on the rules.
Not one.
Not one. Well, that's alarming, because there will be no hand-holding.
Yep.
I hope you have the rules open, then.
I do.
Horizon, you have brought the M1. This is 6838, by the looks of it?
Correct.
Okay.
It's been a while
yeah.
since we've seen one of these.
It's been a while since we've seen... Where was the last Pensy engine?
I think it was the boiler explosion royale, because I think I brought the M1 that's preserved and blew up. I think it was 520. I don't know.
Right, 520.
No,
that's
was
an L1. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the last Pensy engine.
Yeah, that's true. Last Pensy engine. Granite Rock 10, which is love Granite Rock 10. That's a little bit in your neighborhood.
It is very cute. I actually have a framed picture of me standing next to it on my wall.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never seen it run. I mean, I was only out there once, so not very many chances. But
I haven't either. It was just being shuffled around in the museum whilst it was outside. But picture is picture.
Yeah, that's a nice. Again, it's a cute dude. Speaking of cute dudes, you also have the Sunbeam.
Yes.
This is the Baby Daylight. This is a
job.
Pacific, right?
Yes.
It is the 462.
Okay. Here is... I thought this was Skookum for a minute when I opened the picture the first time, and I went, oh no, not again. But this is Santa Maria Valley 205. This is a prairie.
Yes, it was formerly San Joaquin and Eastern 205.
I think this thing has been to more than a few Loco games.
Mm-hmm.
Milky has brought this, I think, at least twice. And finally, El Gobernador.
El Gobernador, yes.
The goob.
This is
for when we need something long in our lives.
Phrasing, but
Yes.
this is probably... I say this relatively lightly. Probably the worst locomotive that's showed up in the bracket so far. So, we'll see how it goes. Not small, it's just worst.
Yeah.
Considering its fate in real life.
Yeah. Let me flip a coin. And Horizon, you are heads. Kaiserin, you are tails. It has come up heads. Horizon, what locomotive would you like to start with?
I would like to start with the TNO FP14.
That would be the Sunbeam, right?
Yes.
Okay. Kaiserin, what about you? What would you like to respond to the Sunbeam with?
I think I'll respond with King Edward the First.
King Edward the First. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable pick. They are probably a similar size, although I guess we'll find out. Horizon, let me get the timers ready. What is your first stat call?
My first stat call. Let's go with. Where was it? Year built.
Year built.
1955.
Oh, 1937.
Can never trust the British.
No, you can't.
Well, there's a point for Kaiserin. Immediately the shoe is on the other foot. Kaiserin, what is your stat call?
Driver wheelbase.
Driver wheelbase. 13.33.
You somehow beat me. 16.25.
Okay, and we're back. 1-1. Horizon.
Let's see. Let's go with tender water capacity.
4,400.
12,000.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
12,000 gallons.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
the hell?
I know what's exactly going on here.
Okay.
Ellis, have fun.
All right. Horizon.
Let's see.
That's the most shocked I've been at a stat in a really long time.
Yeah, it has a lot of water.
Where?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It just has it.
Vanderbilt.
Driver diameter.
78.
77.5. God.
What the hell?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
2 points to 2 points. King Edward the First. Kaiserin. That explains something.
Minimum weight of rail.
103.
84.
Yeah, there's the
Yep.
British.
84. 3-2. Kaiserin.
Now this is... Oh, boiler pressure.
Boiler pressure. 210.
250.
Okay. 3 is now 4. 4 against 2. Kaiserin.
This one's going to get me, I know, but I want to get it out there, and I want to try and see if I can beat this Pacific with a 10-wheeler. Tractive effort.
Tractive effort. 40,306 pounds.
You'll never believe it. You've beat me, but by very little. 40,286 pounds.
That is by 20. By 20 pounds. I could...
20 pounds. Wow.
If I get out and push, I would make the difference.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Horizon.
I would like to say the Kings were the most powerful 10-wheelers in the British Isles.
Well, I would hope so. If the King wasn't the most powerful 10-wheeler, I would wonder what the thing above the King was. The God?
Emperor, probably.
No, it was... If it had been built, it would have been the cathedral.
Oh, you know what? That's fair, because
were Pacifics.
Oh.
No, the cathedrals weren't ever going to be Pacifics. They were going to be, what are they called? 480s.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, the King
That was
is...
one of the proposals they dropped early.
Well, they were never built.
Yep.
Yes.
We can always
Sad
speculate. I think they should have been 410s, personally.
Yes.
Horizon,
No,
what is your
no.
stat call?
Booster.
I don't have one.
It's tough to put a
Nice.
booster on something with no trailing axle and a 3-axle tender. 4-4, Horizon.
Don't tell
Uh,
that to the Southern.
They'll manage it, I'm sure. Tubes.
115 at 2 1/4.
210 at 2 1/4.
Okay. 5-4 Horizon.
Let's see.
We're still in the
Firebox
lane.
area.
Firebox area, 195.
235.
35. Yeah, they're not all that dissimilar. Horizon?
Great area.
34.30.
70.3.
Wow,
There we
okay. 7-4 Horizon.
Uh,
I guess I was
evaporative
wrong.
heating surface.
2013.
39.53. Combined heating surface.
Sufus.
2502.
47.23. Superheating surface.
489.
770.
Okay. 10-4.
Alright, now what else can we do?
Kings had just made them a little, like the cylinders, just a little bit bigger. That's the small domino is 20 pounds of tractive effort, and the large domino is 10-4.
Yeah. Robert Limesina.
8575.
14.763. Same as above plus superheater percentage.
Wait, what did you, 14?
14.763.
Oh, okay. 14,763.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Here we go with this
1400.
again.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then same as above plus superheater percentage.
10,290.
17,125.
Alright.
Same as above, but great area.
No, sub firebox area for great area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
58,500.
57,246.
What the heck? Alright. 5-12 Kaiserin.
Wow, you have half the great.
Let's see here.
Tall firebox is tall, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
The
We actually have
GWR
the
also with fireboxes out of, if I remember right, copper arsenic alloy.
Oh,
Oh, that must be
Jesus.
great to work on.
It's
Yeah.
not- It's very conductive for heat, but it's not good to work on.
No.
It's
He's
conductive for heat and also conductive for death.
Conductive
Yeah.
for cancer.
Conductive for like 10 people that are certified in the country to weld it.
Yeah.
Wait on drivers.
Weight on drivers.
Uh-oh.
185,400 pounds.
151,200 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
6-12 Kaiserin.
I don't remember British. Engine weight.
Engine weight 307,500 pounds.
199,376 pounds.
Okay.
Yep.
Kaiserin.
Total engine and tender weight.
Total engine and tender weight. Hang on, I gotta do a bit of math.
Please have your stat sheet set up before. I will be putting, after this bracket, I'll be putting, like, a downloadable stat sheet calculator on the website, so if you have problems like this, if you're gathering sources from different places, you can always have, like, an offline copy of the stat sheet calculator to put numbers on.
Yeah, like I did for 242A1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm glad you did, so you're not, like, holding 5 different books while
Got
also
it.
trying to conduct a Loco Dome match. Horizon?
549,800.
If I remember right, my total engine and tender weight is about as much as your engine weight.
Yeah.
303,984.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right.
8-12.
Small. Teeny weeny weeny.
20 points on the board. Markers are available. Kaiserin.
Let's see here. This is the Sunbeam, right? I wish I had a better
Yeah.
picture of the valve gear, but I'm not going to call that. Don't call that. Number in class,
Number in class 3.
30.
Yep.
Still a low number for the British. 9-12. Kaiserin.
These were rebuilds.
30
Well,
rebuilds.
they rebuilt like the entire class, didn't they?
Yeah, they rebuilt the entire class. Well, no, they didn't. Number in class is 30 because there's still 60. There's still the 60,000 class.
Tyler's favorite.
See here. I know they built at least one. Let's go with. I'm gonna swap
Okay, 2.
242A1.
Oh god, here we go.
And
Oh,
we're
boy.
off to the races.
And we're off to Doom. Alright, swap to
Game
242.
Game time start.
Yeah, alright, Kaiserin.
Let's see here. What can I call that will get me? This will probably get me something at least. Loco base ID.
Uh-oh.
Loco base. 8733.
Oh, 1063.
1063. Alright, 10 to 12. The advice I should have given Horizon at the beginning was don't let Kaiserin get in the lead, but we're gaining on it. Unfortunately, Kaiserin has used her marker, and we are 18 points from the next one. Or perhaps fortunately for Horizon. Kaiserin?
Low pressure cylinders.
What are those?
Alright.
And I have 26.77 by 29.92.
You
What
can just
on
round
earth
if you
are
want. 11 to 12, Kaiserin.
Evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Yeah. 2. Is that the right one? Yeah. Okay. 248.46.
378.34.
12
Yeah.
to 12. Kaiserin.
It's these quad cylinders things, man. It's why I didn't call it with the king.
It's not, the King does have quad cylinders, but the 242A1 does not.
Oh. Well,
The
still.
242 is something
Three
else.
tube.
Flue tube length. Horizon.
Flew tube length 22.
Okay, this makes no sense to me, but it's what's on the stat sheet and it's what came from my source. 17.62.
Because you must have some stuff in there that is pushing your tube sheets closer together.
It's possible it's just a really long firebox, but
Yeah,
sure,
combustion
I'll take
chamber,
it.
etc.
Special stuff.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised with cutaways how little of the locomotive is the boiler.
Yeah.
Or how little of the boiler is the boiler, so to speak. Horizon, you're up 13 to 12.
All right, let's see what I can do against this French Northern thing.
Well, Ellis, do you know why there is a limit to tube length?
Because
Or theoretically, at least.
because the end of the locomotive would stick off the tracks.
No.
Oh.
It's because we've never really found a good way to have a support in the middle.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Because the tubes and flues would just droop down like power
Exactly.
lines.
And then
Speak-
if any of them start touching, you're basically fucked.
Yeah. Speaking of flues.
Flues. 33 at 5.3 inches.
32 at 5.5.
Okay, that's a double win for Kaiserin. 13 to 13, Kaiserin.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go with tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded weight 242,300 pounds.
169,756 pounds.
Yeah, that comes as no surprise after 12,000 gallons of water. Kaiserin?
Surprisingly, water is heavy.
Oh no. Can't call what I want to call because it's oil.
Yes, this thing is oil firing.
Yeah,
so, you can't use...
SPB like.
Well, you
Like-
can't call. No, you can call that against me, but I don't know why you would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, this is a Pacific. This can't be good. Factor of adhesion.
4.6.
3.61. You might be better than me.
No, you are
No,
better. You're
you
within
are-
0.4, and he's within
Yeah,
0.6.
you'd have to be
Oops.
3.4 to
Oops.
be on my level.
Yeah.
Brag about it. Kaiserin, 15 to 13.
We gonna go with Power L1.
Power L1. 20,558.
26,985.
16 to 13, Kaiserin.
Power MT.
733.38.
Oof.
1,504.35.
17 to 13, Kaiserin.
I gotta give it to you eventually because I'm running out of stuff to
Yeah.
call.
Oh man, the way that you play Kaiserin with using the swaps so liberally is something like I've never seen and never even thought about, and it seems to be working out for you. Is the crazy part.
Go with axle loading. Actually, no, not axle loading. I don't have axle loading. Never mind.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
probably-
I called it.
No, I said nailed it. Pick something
Yeah.
else before your timer runs out.
Gotta give it to you, I guess. ET's weight computation.
Oh,
Weight computation.
yep. Alice Tamilio's weight computation. Hop over to Royale Tools and fill that out. It's weight on drivers divided by engine weight. You can put it in the calculator, or you can just do it by hand, or well, by hand.
Yeah, my stat sheet calculator copy that I have has it at the bottom already calculated.
Oh yeah, you do have that. That's another reason I should be handing those things out like candy. So Horizon, advise when you have your number,
307.5.
and don't break my formatting.
0.6.
Oh man, you beat me. I had to give it to you sometime. 0.48.
0.48. Wow.
Rip.
That's 14 to 17. Horizon, you're up, and you've still got a marker in your pocket.
Yep. Let's see.
Aren't too many things
All
left to
the-
call.
Yeah, but thankfully with a northern, I can call a decent amount of it. Engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase. 58.27.
35.67.
All right. 15 to 17. Horizon.
Overall wheelbase.
89.6.
Alright. Where was it?
See, this is why you need the sheet.
Yeah, really.
Let's see.
Calculator, please. It
He's-
just does not want to see. It doesn't want to see out, but you know.
SMH my head. Write these numbers down because they might come
Yeah.
up again later.
Yep, definitely. Let's see. And the other one was this. 41.53.
So point to Horizon.
What was yours again, Kaiserin?
89.6.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm wondering if that accounts for drawbar space with the math, but I don't think it would be 40 feet long. 16 to 17 Horizon.
Let's see, what up? Don't want to call that. Do I want to call that? Don't want to call that. Axle loading, I suppose.
I don't have axle loading.
Do you have any locomotives that do?
Yes.
Alright, switch to it.
That would be the modified hall.
Okay, Hogwarts Castle is loading. What is it?
43,120.
65,300.
Okay, 18 to 16.
Oh,
Number
I'm
built
curious about something.
Number built 3.
71.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I don't know why you didn't go for that earlier. When
Well,
is
that
it?
was on King Edward.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm on the hall.
I know.
now,
I'm just
Yeah.
saying you won. I'm just surprised you didn't double dip when you were on King Edward. Anyway, neither here nor there. What is
This
your
thing
stat?
does have axle loading. Oh my god.
Want to know what's next?
What
Wheelbase
comes next?
ratio.
Okay.
Wheelbase ratio, 0.37.
0.54.
Yep.
Okay. 0.54. Unsurprising with the wheel arrangements here. 19 to 16. Kaiserin.
I'm running out of stuff to call.
You are, and Horizon hasn't used his markup, so no reset yet. Not until there's
It's gonna-
another few stats
I
calls.
think it's going to hit the horizon here, but I'm going to call Valve Gear.
Oh,
Valve gear. Wall charts.
Wall shirts.
really? Is it
Uh,
internal Wally?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. It says on the stat sheet, wall shirts.
Okay.
Live and die by the stat
Interesting.
sheet.
Interesting.
I
It is not Stevenson. It is wall shirts.
Tyler, you can feel free to dig into that if you want, but for now I'm going to let the stat sheet.
I look. Wikipedia says Stevenson. I've always seen these things with Stevenson. So
So the stat sheet from Steam Locomotive says wall shirts.
Sometimes we live with an error.
Yeah.
But
Oh, well.
mark that down for inclusion in the dossier later. Horizon, you are the opposing contestant. You may break the tie if you like.
Mhm.
If you, Sorry, let me phrase that more accurately. Would you like to switch to another locomotive to attempt to break the tie?
I would, in fact.
Okay. What locomotive might that be?
Let's go ahead and switch to El Gobernador.
El Gobernador. Okay. What is the... What is it?
Stevens. Not Stevenson, Stevens.
Oh, God.
God.
Well, you lose, but at least the tie is broken. Kaiserin, 20 points to you.
I'm trying to get rid of this. I'm trying to get it to reset. Let's go with Builder.
Oh, God.
Builder.
Oh no.
It just says shops, but it's the Sacramento shops.
Swindon.
Yep.
Let me just check the list really quick.
Sacramento shops or Swindon?
I'm just.
It's definitely Swindon. I feel like.
I just. Why do you people keep on finding these?
I mean,
GWR. What do you expect?
If
Everything
it makes
is
you feel any better on the Valve Gear front, this was the only engine built with it, I think.
No, it wasn't. I know
What?
Stevens.
Oh dear.
Tyler's like, no, I know Stevens. It's not good. All right.
I know him. That can't be.
All right. So we're going to go with.
God.
Oh crap! It just dropped me back to where I was up here. I don't know what I just did. I hit enter and it screwed things up.
No.
We're going to write. I feel like Swindon greater than Sacramento. Would you agree, Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm including that in the to be organized area. So Swindon, the Brits get a rare builder win. Kaiserin,
I gotta get rid of it somehow. Tender fuel capacity.
Tender fuel capacity. Let me see. 5 tons of coal.
How? 6.6 tons of coal.
I mean, have you
This
look at that
this
little
thing had
tender?
a baby
Look at
tender.
that little tender. 22
Yeah,
points to 16.
that is a 4-axle tender, and I have a 3-axle tender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair, but
Honestly, I think it might even be friggin' wood.
yeah, well, volume is volume. Well,
Volume is.
Kaiserin, would you like to
I only
call the
have to
last?
call high pressure cylinders.
The high pressure cylinders are 21 by 36.
18.5 by 30.
Wow.
Wait, what?
And I have 2 of them.
Did you
El
say?
Gobernador wins
Did you
in
say
cylinders.
21 by 36?
Yes.
And Kaiserin, what was yours again?
18.5 by 30.
What in the Sam hell? Gobernadors are huge.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
think
You have.
Wonder
It has
why
10
that thing was not considered free steaming.
Oh God. Oh God, it's frightening. All right, well, we filled out the entire stat card, which hasn't happened yet. That's
Hooray!
fun. Congratulations, you hit 40. You guys have run out of stats to call on multiple levels, so the record resets automatically. Kaiserin, you are still calling against El Gobernador.
Year.
Year built. Oh no, it's 1884. Take the point.
1948.
Oh, good
Yeah.
lord.
Look, all but one of my engines are. I'm not going to say that, but it's obvious.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Driver wheelbase.
Driver wheelbase,
Oh, no.
19.58.
14.75.
Wow, who
That
could
is-
have seen this
that
coming?
is
Hey, look, there are more
remarkably
markers on the board. You guys can get out of this terrible matchup.
I ain't getting out of this. I don't
You know
think
what?
Horizon has anything that can beat me. It's not.
Alt
No, the
call?
tank engine can beat me.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's go ahead and swap over to Granite Rock number 10.
Okay. A
You're
swap?
falling into my trap, you fool.
How dare you?
Well, we have
Sorry. You
the...
know, you know I say that in jest, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I mean,
Boiler pressure.
Boiler pressure. Let's see. 211.
225.
okay, 225 on the boiler pressure.
Driver diameter.
Driver diameter 54 inch.
Wait a minute, what the...
74 inch.
What happened here?
Hmm.
Why is... Did I not mark something down?
No,
Wait.
it says reset because you used a marker, but before that we had cleared the stat sheet.
Yeah,
We
no,
ran
I
out.
realized that, but then I put the 2 over here, and it's... Hold on.
There are 38 stats.
There were
I believe.
40, and then year and driver or rigid wheelbase. Oh, you know what? I don't think I actually clicked these off. Yeah. So it should be like that. Because we had 40, and now we have 42 total stat calls, and then I cleared this, and then we did boiler pressure. I don't
There
know
we go.
what happened there. I genuinely don't know. I think I just forgot to click the button.
Yeah.
So
Boiler pressure and then driver diameter.
okay, right. We have driver diameter now.
Yeah, and that was 54 for Granite Rock 10.
And 74 for Olton Hall.
All right, 28 to 16.
Let's see here. Tubes.
Tubes. 152 inch tubes.
145 2-inch tubes.
Oh. Okay. 17. You said 150?
Yes, 150.
Okay, 17 to 28. Tyler is
Alright,
playing Trade Simulator.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find a view of this because I am 99.5% sure it's Stevenson.
Number and
I'm
class.
going to a good fucking source that I have.
You say number in class, right?
Yes.
71.
353. Number built.
Good lord.
71.
353.
Okay, well there
Yeah,
goes
300.
there's the double dip.
There's that.
19 to 28. Horizon.
Driver wheelbase.
Uh, we've al- didn't we already call that?
It
Nope,
got
we
No,
called
reset.
we called diameter and boiler pressure.
Yeah, that gives me
14.75.
3.
10.
All right, 20 to 28.
Engine wheelbase.
27.25.
10.
10.
Ratio of driving wheelbase to engine wheelbase.
0.54.
1.
1. 22 to 28.
Overall wheelbase.
53.54.
10.
They call it Granite Rock 10 for a reason. That's the reason, right?
Hey, yeah,
It's
of
Granite
course.
Rock 10 feet.
Yeah. Let's see. Minimum weight of rail.
I'd like to block
With
Skookum.
Oh.
Skookum, eh? Okay. What is the minimum weight of rail of Skookum?
54.
Ooh. Ooh, 56.
Wow. Okay. 29 to 23. Kaiserin is calling with
So
Skookum
lucky.
against Granite Rock 10. I forgot to update that.
See here. Builder.
Builder. Several.
Do you know?
Pick one.
Let me see if I can find some.
Tyler, I know you're
Alpha.
Tyler,
I
I know
know
you're
Alpha built some.
pouring
I
through
think.
the records of Hogwarts Castle, but could you figure out the builder for Granite Rock 10? Or could you help figure it out?
Sure.
I just need to know where this one came from. I feel like it should be written down somewhere.
HK Porter.
Oh,
Yep.
oops. Porter. Kaiserin?
Baldwin.
Of
Okay.
course.
Alright, we'll write that one down. Let me just also,
Yep.
let me make sure here. I think Porter is, yeah, Porter's right here.
Baldwin is better than Porter. Who knew?
Yeah. I mean, it is already in the list, but it's just listed as Porter, not HK Porter. Not that that really matters. Kaiserin.
Tender fuel capacity.
Tender
No,
fuel
I
capacity.
can't do.
Hmm?
Oh, I guess I can do that. Tender fuel capacity.
Yeah, 1.3 tons.
Can't do that. Or I can't do that. I keep forgetting
God damn
I
it.
have oil.
Alright, no, this is how it counts for. You called tender fuel capacity. And you are a coal burner, Horizon, right? Well, at least that's what it's
Yeah.
listed as. And
It's
Kaiserin, you
coal.
are an oil burner.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Horizon, do you have a locomotive that burns oil?
Yes, I do. In
Switch
fact,
to it.
we are back on the Sunbeam.
Okay. The Sunbeam, what is the fuel capacity of the Sunbeam?
4,000 gallons of fuel oil.
1,500.
And, yep. 24 to 30.
And now we're going up against Skookum in the Sunbeam. Let's see what I can do.
The sun versus the Skook.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting the sun. Honestly, this has been not murderous yet, which is surprising to me.
Year
1909.
1937.
Okay, 25 to 30.
Let's see. What has been called on this?
By the way, I'd like to say that with the new rules up to this point, the game would be exactly the same.
Tender water capacity.
4,000 gallons.
12,000 gallons.
Okay. 26 to 30, Horizon.
Let's see. Booster.
Don't have a booster.
And then 11,510. Yes.
Okay,
Tractive
27 to
effort.
30. What'd you say, Horizon?
Tractive effort.
Attractive effort.
24,600.
40,306.
It's a lot for a Pacific, and it looks kind of small, even though I know it isn't.
It very much isn't.
Yeah, 28 to 30, Kaiserin. Or sorry, Horizon.
Let's see. Tubes.
Tubes
Don't
has been
have any.
called.
Oh, Tubes has been called. I got stuck for a second.
Let's go with flues then.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
Super second.
You have black hole. 32, 5.5.
It's a skooker soaker, actually.
Yeah.
Horizon, 29 to 30.
Evaporative heating surface.
1959.
3953. Combined heating surface.
1959.
4723. And not
Alright.
gonna call that
It's
because
31
4 of them.
31 to 30. Horizon has taken the lead again. This has been a slugging match. This is not what I expected at all.
Yeah. Called. No. Done.
Dopey ties and missing stats have brought us here.
Yeah.
Oh, we also have more markers on the board.
Yeah. Firebox area.
I'd like to block with 242A1.
Block with
No.
242A1. Let's hear the firebox area for 242A1.
It's still less, I'm pretty sure, but 336 square feet.
How are you saying that's less? I have 235. This is a Pacific after all.
Okay, well, that's it. Just pump the brakes for just a second. Need to clear this up. There were 19 stats called in between before the block. The one that was just called was firebox area. And so that one is still included. Someone's going to point out that I missed something earlier, but here we are. Doing my best out here. Until we have a digital tool where you can play the game online and preload your stat sheets and,
Yeah. And make an actual video game.
we have the, yeah, we're going to have Iron Horseman, Locomotive Versus the trading card game, the video game. It's just going to
Kids will
get,
love it.
it's just going to get longer and longer. It's going to look like GameSpy Arcade. Anyway, Kaiserin the 242A1 calling against Horizon with the P14, aka the Sunbeam.
Same as above, but sub firebox area for grade area.
57,246.
128,896.
Oh, goodbye, Tyler.
Christ.
You're up, Kaiserin.
It's almost like putting a Northern and a Pacific against each other ends up badly for the Pacific.
I don't know, that sounds like a skill issue to me.
I'm struggling here. Attractive
You're
effort.
struggling. Okay.
Tractive effort. 40,306.
43,837.
Alright, difference of 3K. It is,
How
oh,
was that
that's why.
so
You know what? I was probably clicking the wrong button earlier, and that's what screwed me up. 33 to 31.
Go with boiler pressure.
Boiler pressure. 210.
290.
290. 34 to 31. Kaiserin.
Low pressure cylinders.
No.
26.77 by 29.92.
Alright,
Yeah.
35 to 31. Kaiserin.
Go with Robert Lemessina's power computation.
Alright.
14,763.
I didn't hear that first part.
14,763.
15,616.
That's fairly
Hmm.
close. 36 or 31.
Power L1.
You know, I'd like to block
With
the M1.
the M1. I was wondering when you would figure out how blocks work. Uh,
Yeah.
what is the power L1 of the M1?
32,253.
Oh man, you got me. 26,985.
Hooray, I used it properly!
32 to 36.
Alright, let's see. What has been called?
There are a good few things called. Well, it's only
Hmm.
7 stats on the board, so you have
Yeah.
or off the board, so you have plenty of
Yeah.
latitude here.
Let's go with Locobase.
Oh, okay.
63.
220.
220, 33 to 36.
Number in class.
1.
201.
Oh my god.
Number built.
1.
201.
I forgot how many of these things there were. That's more than I expected, and I know the Pensy. Uh,
And there were actually 100 more, but they're M1As.
yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
it's 35 to 36, Horizon.
Alright, let's see what to do here. Let's go with...
I wonder...
not that.
I
High
wonder.
pressure cylinders.
High pressure cylinders.
I'm screwed. 23 by 62 by 20, or not, I said that wrong. 23.62 by 28.35, and I have 1.
Alright, I have two 27 by 30.
Okay. 36 to 36. Horizon, you've tied it back up.
Factor of adhesion.
3.61.
4.14.
Oh, wow. 37 to 36. Horizon's in the lead.
That was that, and that was that.
Looking at the arrangement of the points and everything here, and I'm just
Same as
surprised.
above. Same as above, plus superheater percentage.
All right.
20,650.
22,019.
That's quite close, but then again, you remember this is a mountain versus a northern. 38 to 36 Horizon.
Let's see.
There.
Driver wheelbase.
Driver wheelbase.
35.76.
18.83.
Wow. These things are smushed.
Yeah, it's kind of why I like them.
39 to 36.
Ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
0.61.
Oh, 0.46.
What? Oh, okay. So just the drivers are smushed. 37 to
Yeah.
39. Kaiserin, you are now calling.
Oh. I'm kind of screwed, I do believe.
We'll see. There's a lot of latitude here.
Let's go with driver diameter.
Driver diameter.
Driver diameter, 72 inch.
I messed up. 67.8.
Which is even weirder that you lost
Wow.
driver wheelbase. 40 to 37. Horizon, you're back in command.
Tender fuel capacity,
12 tons.
18.5 tons.
41 to 37.
Tender water capacity,
89.76.
11,980.
That's less than I would have figured.
Yeah,
I don't think the tender pictured is the one that is the stats.
No, I don't believe this is
This is not.
following from the coast to coast.
No. Anyway, 42 to 37 Horizon.
Let's see. Don't want to call that. Called that. Did these have... No, they did not. Let's see.
There are so many options, and yet.
Yeah. Overall wheelbase.
Uh,
Oh, sorry.
89.6.
Overall wheelbase has been called.
Oh, it has? Darn.
Yep. Try something
Uh-oh.
else.
Engine wheelbase.
58.27.
41.04.
Okay. 43 to 37. More markers are on the board. We're at 80 points.
Mm. Tubes.
127 at 2.02 inches.
120 at 2 1/4.
Okay. 2.02 wins. 38 to 43. Kaiserin.
Let's see if I can pull enough. If I can pull enough stuff out of the bag to get me ahead. I got a plan.
Yeah, I can
Ye-
only imagine what the plan is.
Year
Year built 1923.
1946.
46. 39 to 43.
Let's see.
I don't know. I mean, I think you could. I'm not sure how you would. Got to get 5 points out of this.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I know how you would.
Remind me, it's either all locomotives are knocked out or first to 100 points.
That's correct.
Okay.
Heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Evaporative heating surface by cylinder volume 236.42.
378.34.
There's one of the
Yep.
4 necessary, or one of the 5. Kaiserin.
Let's go with. Oh, I realized something.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Pensy locomotive. Minimum weight of rail
Ah, there we are. 111.
77.
Yeah.
41 to 43.
Weight on drivers
There it
Weight
is.
on drivers.
Here we go.
267,000 pounds.
167,000.
No, 267,000.
I don't know why I was worrying. 158,188.
Yeah. Light ass French thing.
Thick boy.
Thick Pennsylvanian lad.
Engine weight
Engine weight 385,850.
326,284.
All right,
That's
43
pretty
to 43. Kaiser is about to take the lead.
Go with tender loaded weight
221,050.
169,756.
Nice. And 44 to 43. And what could happen now?
Ellis, just so you know, you never changed Horizon's.
Oh, two. Yep,
select-
my bad. There we go. Thank you for the heads up.
Oh, let's get ready to rumble.
Are
Oh, boy.
we going to a knockout?
We gonna try and knock this thing out, Ellis.
Okay.
Are we?
Knockout sequence begins.
Mm.
All right, Kaiserin. What is something that you have that the M1 does not?
Feed water heater.
Feed water heater. Horizon. What is something you have that the 242A1 does not?
Knuckles.
Knuckles. Kaiserin.
Thermic siphons.
Thermic siphons. Horizon.
Actually, wait, hang on. Did you say feed water heater?
Yep.
Yes, it has a feed water heater.
This had a feed water heater.
Well, you missed your chance to say same.
Darn it. Darn it. I should actually read these things. Oh well. Let's see. What does the M1 have that this thing doesn't?
Getting the timers.
Bell pair firebox.
Yeah. I just failed to spell Belpaire. Hey, the French is here. Kaiserin.
I had to look at my picture real quick because some of Chappelleon's locomotives did have bell pairs. Um, Mechanical Stoker.
Mm.
The Stoker Horizon.
Tender water pickups.
Ah, Scoop. Kaiserin.
Let's see, Dual Throttle.
Horizon.
Let me see. Where was it? Where was it? Oh, it was somewhere.
Was somewhere.
Yeah.
Hope you find it.
The air tank.
You're saying you have more air compressing or air space?
Yes.
Okay, I can believe it. Kaiserin.
Triple Kill Trap.
That's a good
The
one.
triple stack. Horizon.
Will this thing have more sand? Hmm. Hmm. Dynamo?
Oh yeah.
See, that's the thing. I gotta have a dynamo somewhere because I have electric headlights.
Okay. So
Hmm. I believe.
Same.
electrics.
I believe
Yep.
I have electric headlights as well.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's factored into Dynamo. Dynamo and
Yeah,
electric
that's
headlight
fine.
go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's
Um,
yeah.
Although of course the
Uh,
Pensy just has it on the little Dynamo shelf.
Yep.
Tough to miss. Horizon.
Yeah. Sand capacity.
Yeah, I think you've got a little bit more volume. Kaiserin.
Uh, the embossed SNCF plate.
Yep. Horizon.
Would the keystone count?
Yes. Kaiserin.
Give me my white walls point.
Yeah, you definitely get that here.
Hmm. Did the M1 have white walls?
Well, it doesn't in this photo. Horizon.
No. Uh. Oh.
I don't know. Here we go.
Uh, um. Dual air compressors?
Yeah. More compressors. Horizon. Or sorry, Kaiserin.
Let's go with a digital model.
You do have that.
I also have that.
Same. Kaiserin.
Real model.
I also have that.
Yep.
Buffers.
Buffers is a style point.
Mm,
Horizon.
it is. Oh, let's see. Where was it? Named train, I believe.
Name train. Kaiserin.
Power assisted screw reverser.
Mm,
Horizon.
that's a good one. Oh.
That's what it comes down to. And I'm trying to go in my
Um,
head mentally how this would be different.
I believe these had cab signals.
Okay. Kaiserin.
Let's see. Smoke deflectors.
I think the M1s also had those.
Doesn't have it in this photo. Pick something else.
No. Oh, what? Oh, what was it? What was it?
Let's see.
Mm,
Who could it be now?
yeah.
Oh,
Head and throttle.
head and throttle is one. Kaiserin.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
Horizon.
Mm. I don't suppose the coast-to-coast tender counts.
No,
Hmm.
no. If you had stats for that, you'd be getting more than enough
Yeah, true.
kickbacks for it.
Survive to the end of Steam?
Uh, that's not exactly a thing. You could put out your
No.
retirement date if you think it's if you think it's later than Kaiserin's, but it isn't.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, it's probably not. I think,
Considering 242A1 was retired sometime, I've narrowed it down, sometime in the late 60s. I don't think
yeah,
mhm.
you may.
it won't be a retirement point. I th-
Well, you're out of
nothing
time anyway.
nothing jumps out.
And
Damn it.
the M1 is dead. The first locomotive knocked out from this competition.
Sigh.
Which is not good because
No.
that is your big engine. El
Mm.
Gobernador does not count as a big engine.
No, it just
So, Kaiserin, you were the instigating contestant. It passes off to Horizon. You are now the calling contestant. You get to switch locomotives first, or pick what you are taking, I should say.
Alright. Let's go ahead and start off with Santa Maria Valley.
All right, 205. Kaiserin.
We're gonna go with let's see. What can I clobber this thing with?
Everything you
It's
have.
a prairie, right?
It is a prairie.
Skookum.
All right, I had a feeling. These two look very
205.
similar.
205 versus Skookum once again.
Yep. Here we go. 205
Right.
versus Skookum Horizon. You are calling first. You've got a clean board, 2 markers in your pocket.
Yep. Let's see. Year built.
Year built.
1909.
1924.
All right, 44 to 44. It's tied up again.
Let's see. What to do? Factor of adhesion.
Oof. 5.28.
4.18.
45 to 44.
Boiler pressure.
200.
195. Damn it.
All right, 200. The 200 boiler pressure strikes again. We certainly heard a lot of that last time. It's 45 to 45. Kaiserin.
Yeah, that was something last time. Everybody had 200 PSI,
Yeah.
or specifically Skookum had 200 PSI, and that kept getting from.
Well, Skookum did, and so did Skookum, and so did 110, and so did 110.
Yeah.
Brian's
We
roster's
got low
masterpiece.
pressure.
All right, Kaiserin, what is your stat call?
Low pressure cylinders.
Low pressure.
What are those?
What are those? 46 to 45, Kaiserin.
Evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
199.2.21.
435.26.
Yep, there it is.
400. All right, 47, 45. Kaiserin.
Rigid wheelbase.
Wheelbase. That would be engine wheelbase?
Yes, or rigid in this case, because we have
No, it would be driver wheelbase.
a bendy engine. Horizon.
26.92.
No, I think you said the wrong one.
Mm.
Because rigid
driver-
wheelbase is driver.
Yeah,
wheelbase,
driver
not
wheelbase.
Driver wheelbase. 10.25.
5.335.
Yup, there it is.
48 to 45. Kaiserin.
I forgot it was me calling.
It is you calling.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know too much about Skookum, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Well, you
I
were in
know
a
it's
match with two of them last
two
night.
four two one. Oh, Builder,
Builder. This too is a Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Okay, Horizon, would you like to switch to attempt to break the tie?
Uh, no.
Okay, Kaiserin, you must switch to attempt to break the tie. What's it going to be?
Uh, Give me the 242A1.
All right, we're
Oh,
back with the
this
242A1.
this thing again.
This thing again. That's what I'm thinking too. Uh, all right, what is the builder for the 242A1?
Chapelon.
Chapelon. I think I
Baldwin wins.
wrote this down, or it might be in here somewhere, but Chapelon is, unfortunately, he might be a very talented dude, but he is just a dude. So, 46 to
Well, no,
48.
he did have his own. He did have his own manufacturing facilities. They just didn't. They just didn't let him build actual locomotives. He had to
Of
rebuild everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Which,
well.
by the way, if you didn't realize, 242A1 is a rebuild
Of course it is.
of a mountain that
Um,
sucked.
No wonder. No wonder the trailing truck looked so small.
Yeah, the trailing truck is something special.
Yeah.
Horizon, what is your...
What is my stat call indeed? Minimum weight of rail,
77 pounds.
54 pounds.
54 pounds, 47 to 48.
You're a
Horizon.
coal burner, aren't you're a coal burner, I assume.
Yes.
Then I can't call that.
Well, you could.
I could, but I'm not going to. Da, 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 da. What's been called? Engine wheelbase.
58.27.
26.92.
All right. 48 to 48. Horizon.
Overall wheelbase.
89.6.
50.92.
49, 48. Horizon.
Weight on driver.
158, 188.
98,000. Engine weight.
Engine weight. 326, 284.
128,000.
51, 48.
Tender loaded weight.
169, 756.
96,000.
52, 48. More markers are on the board.
Total engine and tender weight.
I'd like to block
With
the hull.
Holton Hall. Kaiserin,
What is your
what is your...
What
total engine and tender weight?
total engine and tender weight? 275,384.
224,000 pounds.
Oh, not quite. 53 to 48. Horizon continues to call.
Let's see then. Du- 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 du.
But most of the weight stats are gone.
Yeah, but thankfully I don't need those. Hopefully.
Get every point you can get. So
Yeah.
does everybody.
Don't want to call that.
For those following along with the potential rule changes, the KO would have ended the same, but would have been just a little different.
Tubes.
145 at 2 inch.
113 at 2 inch.
Well, there it is. Now it's the Hall's turn. Kaiserin,
Yeah.
49 to 53.
Driver diameter.
49.
74.
Yep.
50 to 53.
Boiler pressure.
195.
Has been called already.
Very true.
Try something else,
Uh,
Kaiserin.
Let me get a picture of this thing real quick. This is the Prairie.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna call That's a lower number. Flues.
Flues.
Flues. I have 18 flues at 5.375 inches.
I have 21 at 5.125 inches.
5.125. I wouldn't call that a lower number, but here we are, 5153. I missed a stat call somewhere.
Hmm.
I missed a stat call or clicked something twice.
You might have clicked something twice.
Is there anything in the list that has been called that that isn't marked? Just give it a once over. I don't think so, though. So I must have clicked something twice. So we'll just do that then. 50 to 53. Kaiserin, what's your stat call?
Let's go with firebox area.
102 square feet.
154.9 square feet.
All right, there's the 51st point. Kaiserin?
Great area.
18.7.
27.07.
All right, 52, 53. Kaiserin. Moving the timer over. 52, 53. 105 stat calls.
Same as above, but sub firebox area for great area.
All right.
23,470.
40,080.
53, 53. Kaiserin's tied it up again.
This has been a remarkable evening.
With this.
Loco Dome has a
Let's
way
see.
of doing that.
Yeah.
Number and class.
1.
71.
All right.
Number built.
1.
71.
55 to 53. Kaiserin?
I'm gonna take a gamble here. Loco base ID.
Loco base ID.
14,336.
2,368.
56, 53.
Okay, let's see what else I can get away with. Just heads up. How many points until markers again?
11.
11 points. Let's see if I can get away with this.
Horizon, on the other hand, has 3 burning a hole in his pocket.
Yeah, so I can't figure out a thing to use them on.
I could think of a
That
couple
thing's
things.
oil, thing's oil, ain't it?
Yes, this is oil.
Can't call that then.
Surprise. Looking at
We're
the
gonna go with high pressure cylinders.
high pressure
High
cylinders.
pressure. I have a pair of 17 by 24s.
I have a pair of 18.5 by 30s.
Okay, that's bigger. 57 to 53. A lot of leverage on those.
Yeah. Go with
Actually explains
go
quite a bit.
with evaporative heating surface.
Evaporative heating surface is available. Horizon?
It is 1,257.
1,736.
Okay, 58 to 53.
Combined heating surface.
I would like to block
With
the sunbeam.
the sunbeam. Okay. Combined heating surface for the sunbeam.
4,723.
2031.
All right, combined heating. That was combined heating surface.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me mark this off. because we have a reset here, so that's 24 stats called. Combined heating surface gets marked off anyway, because that was the blocked stat. We have a clear board again. The P14 is calling against Olton Hall.
Alright, let's see what I can do. Tender water capacity,
4,800.
12,000.
Okay. 54 to 58.
Driver diameter,
74.
77.5.
7.5. Horizon.
What was it?
55 to 58, 113 stats on the board. Or points on the board, rather.
Don't call that. Tractive effort.
26,536.
4,306.
40,000. 56, 58. Horizon.
Booster.
Booster?
Mm-hmm.
Don't have one.
11,510.
57, 58.
Factor of adhesion.
What?
Factor of adhesion.
Factor of adhesion. 4.85.
4.6.
4.6. 58 to 58. We are tied up again. Horizon.
Robert Limesina.
Oh, wait a minute. I missed one. What happened now?
Hey.
You didn't mark.
I didn't. No, it's not. I didn't mark something. I think I didn't click. So, Horizon. It's got. I don't know. I think I didn't click for one of these. Anyway, it's 59.58. So what is the?
Robert Limesina.
6091.
14,763. Same as above, plus superheater.
7,004.
17,125. Power L1.
Power L1, you say. 15,358.
20,558.
62 to 58.
Power MT.
We have more markers on the board. Power MT.
I'd like to block.
With the
The
24281.
Yes.
There it is. It's back.
Again.
It gives me a better chance at winning.
If
this-
I could knock this thing out, I absolutely would.
Mama said knock you out.
Yeah.
504.35.
For Power MT,
Yes.
504, 733.38.
Sorry, what was yours again, Kaiserin?
1504.35.
1504. I was like, no, we're missing a number there.
That
59.
makes more sense.
Yeah, 59 to 62. Kaiserin, you're back with the 24281 again.
Firebox area.
Firebox area, where is that? 235.
336.
Yeah.
Grade area.
70.3.
Oh man, I keep forgetting about that one. 53.83.
All right, 63 to 60.
Oh!
Horizon is back.
High pressure cylinders.
23.62 by 28.35, and I have one of them.
I have a pair of 25 by 28s.
Yeah, we're not going to go to math for that one. Horizon.
No. Yeah. Let's see. Driver wheelbase.
37.76.
13.33. Engine wheelbase.
58.27.
35.67.
66.
And I'm not calling that because French, and apparently it's as light as a feather.
It's as light as a pound of French feathers.
Yeah. What's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of French feathers?
It's actually as light as a airship that's actually just a giant baguette. Please tell me one of you has seen that commercial.
I have
Yes,
unfortunately not.
Oh God,
I've seen it.
you've seen it? Okay, you're not the first. I would have expected it to be the other way around. That
Numbering class.
numbering class.
1,
3. Number built.
1.
3.
All right. The
Alright,
3 is doing such heavy lifting tonight.
Yeah. Alright, what's been called? Not doing that, not doing that.
It's fun how so many like prototypes and one-offs make great engines for Royales, and then they just get double dipped on.
Yeah, obviously. Don't call that, don't call
Or
that.
great engines for Loco games, I should say. This is not a Royale.
You know what?
Go on.
What's the valve gear on this thing?
Wall shirts.
Huh, this is also wool shirts.
Oops, all wall
Interesting.
shirts. Horizon, would you... Or, sorry. Kaiserin is the opposing contestant. Would you like to switch to something to attempt to break the tie?
No.
Horizon, you must switch to something to attempt to break the tie. What'll it be?
We're going to, Santa Maria 205. It is also wool shirt.
Alright, Santa Maria 205 is now calling in. Now, it's still a tie, so
Mhm.
I have to put in a -1 here because I have to mark off the valve gear, and that will keep me sane. Uh, and play passes to Kaiserin. With no points awarded.
Here.
Year?
Oh, 1924. Here we are.
1946.
Yep,
46.
see all that? Saw that coming.
During the reconstruction of France, they were reconstructing a mountain.
Low pressure cylinders.
What are those?
You've got 2, 62, 68. Kaiserin?
No.
No, do call that.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Let's see if there's any of the same as above, but sub firebox area for great area.
23,470.
128,896.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Oh, right, it's
That's
205.
not
For whatever reason, I thought it was the Sunbeam again. I just apparently
No.
wasn't looking at the left side of my screen. 63 to 68 Kaiserin.
Yeah, thank God.
Tubes.
Tubes. I have 113 2-inch tubes.
Oh man, I have 127 2.02 inch tubes.
2.02, 69. The conversion strikes again. 69 to
Hooray.
63 Horizon.
Right, time to take this blarney to town. What stats have been called? Weight on drivers.
158, 188.
98,000.
98,000. 70 to 63.
Engine weight.
Engine weight. 326, 284.
128,000. Tender loaded weight.
169, 756.
96,000. Total engine and tender weight.
496, 040.
224,000.
63 against 73 for Horizon, who is calling.
Builder.
What?
Builder.
Builder.
Chapelon.
Baldwin.
74 to 63.
Let's see.
I am staggered.
Here's the question, Ellis. Is Chapelon better than Sacramento Shops?
That
is a
question,
tough
isn't it?
question. Gonna need to call Tyler back for that one.
Yeah. Overall wheelbase.
89.6.
89. 50.92.
75 63.
We are how many points away from a marker?
We are 2 points away from more markers.
2 points away.
You still have 3.
That is true.
Let's try and KO this thing. It ain't gonna be easy. You can try.
No.
I don't
I'll just
recommend that course of action.
I'm just gonna keep going against this. It'll be fine. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Minimum weight of rail,
Minimum weight of rail.
77.
54.
54, 76, 63. I don't know how we got to this point.
And the next stat will give a block for him to bring back the 2 for...
No, it's already
Oh,
the
no.
242.
It's already the 2421A. That's good. Let's see then. Wish it had that, but yeah, c'est la vie.
Don't have axle loading, do you?
Nope.
Well,
Half the things in the Loco base don't have axle load.
sadly. Well, it's almost out of time.
Heating surface divided by cylinder volume. Probably gonna give it back to you, but I can't think of anything else.
378.34.
199.21. Yep.
All right, 64 to 76. It goes back to Kaiserin. We have more markers on the board with 140 points total. 242A1 against Santa Maria Valley 205.
Boiler pressure.
210.
290.
Actually, wait, was it 210 or was I? No, it was 195.
Well, it's not.
It's same thing, but it's had to be accurate.
Yep, appreciate it. 65 to 76, Kaiserin.
Loco base ID.
Oh, why must you kill me this way? 14,336.
1063.
66, 76.
Oh, we're gonna fill out the stat sheet again, Ellis.
Hey!
You might do.
Tender fuel capacity.
Alright, I'm oil. But I do have coal.
Where?
On the Granite Rock 10.
Okay, Granite Rock 10. What is the fuel capacity of Granite Rock 10?
1.3 ton.
Against?
12 tons.
Yep.
Okay. 67 to 76.
Bluetooth
forget-
link.
Don't forget to mark down fuel capacity.
Oh, thank you. Fuel capacity
Uh,
is down here.
Flow tube length is 10.
17.62.
All right. 68, 76.
Combined heating surface.
Combined heating surface is already called.
Superheating surface.
What are those? This is a cheap little tank engine built for the war.
No superheater.
1294.
Yep.
69, 76.
Blues.
Flues. What are those?
I have 33.5 or 33 and 5.35 inch or not 35 5.3 inches.
76 to 70, Kaiserin.
Evaporative heating surface.
876.
876.
Yeah.
What is this thing? A tea kettle?
Yeah.
It's just a little guy.
It's a little baby designed to move, M4 Shermans around.
2720.
Yeah.
71 to 76, Kaiserin.
I don't think I'm going to be able to pull ahead this time.
Yeah.
Because I've only got two options and he wins both of them.
Well, you've got, yeah, that's true. You've got 2 options.
He
Uh-oh.
returns.
Fun time over.
Game time start.
Hey, Tyler, it's
Look, I'm in
76,
a hard
71.
place, Tyler. You gotta leverage Ellis to get me ahead.
Oh God.
Do you really want to help this lineup?
You don't. It's 76, 71.
Well,
I'm in the lead. Please help.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't want to help. Like, Kaiserin is dangerous enough. I don't know how we got to this point. Kaiserin is dangerous enough. I definitely don't want to help Horizon's lineup, especially now that the M1 is gone. The El Gobernador is like a boat anchor.
It's fine.
Anyway, whoever is calling needs to pick something now.
I think I'm gonna go with what's it called? I can't think.
All right, well then it goes to Horizon.
Ratio.
It,
I said ratio.
Okay,
There you
ratio.
1.
Horizon wins anyway.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I have to enforce the penalty. What is yours, Kaiserin?
0.61.
Okay, so 77 against 71. Horizon is calling with Granite Rock 10. There are two things left. One of them is axle loading.
So we're gonna choose ET's weight computation.
Okay. Kaiserin?
0.48.
Alright, let me get my numbers.
You don't need to do any math.
Oh yeah, it's 1.
Thank you. Alright, 78 to 71. And you don't have axle loading, do you, Horizon?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I might. Like, do I actually have it for other? I do have it for others.
No, that doesn't matter. It's as
No,
long as you
it
can't call it right
Doesn't
now.
matter. Oh.
So I'm gonna punch that in, and we're gonna delete that, and it's gonna say 149, 149. You are calling against the 242A1 with Granite Rock 10, and a clean board.
We're gonna go with minimum weight of rail.
Minimum weight of rail.
I like the block.
With
Scoop.
blocking with Skookum, eh? Alright, let's see. Skookum in here. Minimum weight of rail for the Skooks.
That
think
would be 54.
Oh, we did this one again. It's 56.
Okay, 72 to 78. Kaiserin with
We
Skookum.
should reset.
Hmm?
According to the marker thing, we should be resetting.
Right, but the only thing that would be wiped off the board is minimum weight
Is
of rail.
minimum weight of rail.
And that's staying
It-
because it was the block. It was the block stat.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Oh, who are you, rules expert, that didn't read them before the game? Kaiserin.
Rigid wheelbase.
10.
5.335.
All right, 73, 78.
The last one I can call from that group. Tender water capacity.
1,200 gallons.
4,000 gallons.
All right, 74, 78.
Oh my God.
Boiler pressure.
Boiler pressure, 211 pounds.
How? It's a tea kettle.
It's a-
How can
it-
I have more
it's a-
than 200 pounds? I got 200, by the way.
It's a very strong tea kettle.
It's a modern tea kettle.
It's one of those ones you plug in. 79 to 74. Horizon with Granite Rock 10 against Skookum. One off of boiler pressure.
It makes a big boom.
Wheelbase ratio,
0.32.
1.
1. 80 to 74.
Engine wheelbase,
33.
10. Overall wheelbase,
55.17.
10. Let's see.
You know what's the crazy part? In the new rule set, there would be a way for you to end it right here. Like, guaranteed.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Which is fine, because we've been here for an hour and a half. Which is actually extremely quickly, because you guys are probably the quickest stat callers. Horizon, you're so fast, I can barely keep up.
Yes.
But Anyway,
Alright, Skookum, what do you have?
I lament the long matches and do like a full day's worth of brainstorming and math and testing to see how I can make these games shorter, and then you guys come in here and do the shortest game ever by an hour.
Yeah. Total engine and tender weight.
Total engine and tender weight. 243,000.
100,650.
Alright, 8374.
Alright.
What I will say, Ellis, is I've come to the ruling that the hull should be Stevenson.
I
Did
figured.
you figure it
Just
out?
write that down somewhere. We'll come back to that idea.
Principally
Tractive effort.
because they're
Sorry. Horizon?
Tractive effort.
Tractive effort. Has been called already.
Oh.
no.
oh, wait.
I
No, you
put it
just
in.
marked it. Okay.
Your technical advisor is finally back.
Yes, appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'm back online.
24,600.
Oh, 21,701.
Oh, boy. Alright, 75 to 83.
Low pressure cylinders.
What are those?
23s by 22s.
Alright, 76 to 83.
Heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
147.47.
435.26.
Compound, 77. Kaiserin.
Yeah, you weren't kidding when they were fast callers.
Yeah.
Same as above, but sub firebox area for grid area.
18,146.
21,200.
I don't even have time to comprehend the
I don't
numbers.
know.
I just gauge it off of the responses, like the tone of voice.
Yeah.
Carry on, Kaiserin.
This is the dock tank, isn't it?
It
It's
can be.
something like that, yeah.
It is a
The
it is
Army.
a 100 dock tank.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is an S100, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
No, there was not a second S100 that hit the building.
You're in the Army now.
Mr. President, a second
Blue
S100.
tube length.
Hmm?
Blue tube length.
Uh-oh.
10.
17.
It's the same length as your wheel. How many 10s do you have on the stat sheet?
A lot.
Firebox area.
Firebox area.
10.
86.
Oh,
106.
doesn't matter. 80 to 83.
Grade area.
19.4.
28.30.
Yeah.
81 to 83.
Okay, I'd like to use my marker
Okay, 4.
to swap to let's see what 242A1.
242A1. It's back!
Ooh.
Alright, well, there's the
That's
swap.
again. Actually, what killed the M1?
What do you
Knocked
think?
out by
Yeah.
one, and I was too slow on the rules reading to realize that, oh, hey, I could just toss the boat anchor right now.
Yeah, you could have done that.
I really could have. Why didn't I? Arr! Oh, wait, it's because we weren't planning on doing this today. Oh, well.
Robert Lemessina's power computation.
4093.
15,616.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, Horizon. This was a snap decision. You would have had like another week to review the rules. I shouldn't be so hard on you for not having read them, but I will be, because it's funnier.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
And yet we're only 1 point away with less than 20 points each to
Yeah,
go. before
yeah.
100.
God.
Down to the wire.
Same as above plus superheater percentage.
Same as above plus superheater percentage, 4093.
20,650.
Alright. 83, 83.
Let me check and see if this has been called. Power L1.
4175.
26,985.
84, 83.
Power MT.
274.35.
1504.35.
Yep.
85, 83.
Let's go with. Let's see here. Uh, I'm I'm
You're stumbling.
let's see. We're gonna go with minimum weight, or has that been
That's been
called?
called.
Yeah.
That's been called.
Yeah, it's been called.
Tender fuel capacity,
1.3 tons.
12.1 tons.
86, 83.
Driver diameter,
54.
67.8.
Yep, your high stepper.
Tubes.
Tubes,
No,
100
no, not tubes.
No,
Not tubes.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Blues.
Water fluid.
All right,
3 at 5.3.
88 to 83.
Evaporative heating surface,
876.
2720.
It's amazing because this is a great showing, but 5 markers says horizon is inevitable.
Yeah.
Superheating surface,
Block,
Oh god.
the P14.
P14 superheating surface. Didn't change that. 242A1 versus the Sunbeam. We're back.
770.
what?
770.
1294.
Oh, never mind.
We also reset.
We do have a reset. So that was a block on superheating surface, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to punch... is superheating surface marked? Yes. I'm going to punch
It
23 in. I'm going to delete everything, and then I'm going to remark superheating
And then,
surface.
yep, mark.
Alright, well, we're here now. 83 to 90. There was an attempt, and now Kaiserin has a clean board.
Boiler pressure,
Alright, where is that? 190. No, wait, that's the wrong one. 210.
290.
For those playing along at home, the game would be over here. And Kaiserin
Year.
would win. Year?
Year built, 1937.
1946.
Alright,
Mhm.
92-83.
Minimum weight of rail,
Minimum weight of rail, 103.
77.
Yep, French light.
93? 83.
Same as above, but sub firebox area for grade area.
57,246. There we are.
128,896.
There we-
Power MT,
Power MT, 733.38.
1504.35.
Alright, 5
Power
remaining.
1,
20,558.
26,985.
96-83.
Go with tubes.
210 at 2 1/4.
127 at 2.02.
Yep.
2.02, we have the final set of markers on the board.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Kaiserin hasn't even used the Class 26 at all. It's funny.
Nope.
Maybe.
I am realizing that with Kaiserin's roster, the bottom end is not that low.
Yeah.
Firebox area,
Firebox area, 235.
336.
336, 98 to 83.
Tractive effort,
Tractive effort, 40,306.
43,837.
99.
All your last.
I don't know what I could call that would get me.
Go out in style.
Oh,
I don't know.
Tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded. Wait, one sec. I gotta bring back up the page.
I'm surprised Horizon hasn't just done a lock yet.
I don't. I mean,
this is my biggest engine. It's like if I.
Yeah.
It's like I was too slow on the draw to sacrifice the El Goob, and then this is now my best shot. Tender loaded weight's 242,300.
169, 756.
And
and
there
the
it
game is over. But I will say, yeah, Kaiserin, that was a real blunder at the end. I don't think tender loaded weight was the right call at all because, I mean, Horizon could have jumped into something smaller and the board is clear.
Yeah.
That said, you both played excellent games. You played a very fast game. We're
under 2 hours.
Yeah, like under 2 hours, an hour and 45, basically exactly.
Yeah.
Kaiserin, congratulations on your second in a row. You will be going on to face either Bender or East. I kind of am looking forward to you facing. I mean, I don't know who you're going to face, but if you do face off against East, that's going to be one for the ages. Those knockout sequences are going to go a long time, I bet.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, that's why
We have to implement the new rules.
yeah, that's why. That's the other reason I'm sitting here and going like, oh god. But I don't want to. We've already gone into the second round here, practically speaking. So I'm not going to fiddle with the rules for the duration of this competition. I'm just going to suffer through it. I am.
We just mercy ruled the judges.
Yeah, we
there you
get
are.
to swap in other people. I'd like to use a marker to bring in a different host.
Alex, would you like me to send you the list of style points for 242A1?
You guys are welcome to send me your list of style points just overall. I can add them to sort of the repository I've been playing with, but it's not necessary. I am kind of curious about 242A1 in particular because of the giant list. So yeah, I'd be interested to play with that.
The giant list there's only about 27, and 2 or 3 of them are contested, and I didn't use them. So
Well,
Stupid broken northern.
that's still
like one of the contested ones is number 7 on my list, in which it was considered the most powerful steam locomotive in Europe.
yeah. That is actually like legitimately contested because it depends how you define powerful. The giant Bulgarian thing was also considered the most powerful locomotive in Europe.
It was most definitely considered the most powerful steam locomotive in France.
That is fair.
I do know.
That I would probably give you. Let me punch in the numbers here. Horizon, you had 83 points. Kaiserin, you had 100. And yeah, I did sort of feel like Kaiserin was going to win there, especially without Horizon having his top-end locomotive. But man, all those markers could have made it very annoying.
Yeah. I just couldn't think of what to do because all my engines, it's like, okay, so we do this, we lose, we keep losing,
Yeah,
we lose just as hard.
Eventually, it all comes back to getting beaten in PowerPoints by the 242A1.
Yeah.
It's
It's
tell
so
you, Horizon,
overpowered.
it's going to be worse when we actually get the real tractive effort stat.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, but then you'll have to make the rest of your roster worse to compensate. Maybe you'll actually have something small next time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Skookum is small.
Yeah.
Sure, by some measures.
Yeah, but you don't have the budget for. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
It's
you're
like-
gaining 30,000
Think about
pounds of tractive effort, right?
I put in the tractive effort which was on that sheet essentially, the paper from 1946. Anyway, I put it in and I went through and I made a roster. I was only up, and I added up the same thing except with that new tractive effort put in there, and I was only over by 9,000.
That's not bad.
yeah, it is not bad. But so let's discuss because I've been alluding to it, and this will be the public's first one, and we will probably if the people aren't getting enough Loco Dome, don't worry, because there may be additional Loco Dome matches in the way by way of experimental matches if I find room in the schedule for them to play with these new rules. There are basically two major rules. One, and this is the most impactful one by far, is that every locomotive knocked out lowers the threshold for victory by 10 points. So,
Oh.
So you can't kill them all now.
so you can kill them all. It is possible if you're like bloodlusted and that's all you go for. I was playing around with scenarios earlier today. You can kill them all. It's just less feasible. And it keeps the game from getting too long because the time you spend doing the KOs is now lopped off. You save 10 minutes of style points or whatever, or 10 minutes of stats at the end.
So what was the how could I have won under the new rules back when you said it was guaranteed?
So you had checkmate and won by that rule, which is if you had, it was 83 to 77 or so, right? And there was already one locomotive knocked out, so the threshold would be at 90 instead of 100. But you're already over 80. So if you went into a KO, even if you didn't win, it would drop the threshold to 80. You'd be over.
And I would automatically
and
win.
you would win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, again, this keeps things a little bit snappier. It keeps things a little bit shorter. It keeps people on their toes. We've been, again, this is something that's in development because that is, admittedly, very cheesy. But as you get the game sense, you'd probably learn to play around it.
Wow.
Doing your best
That
to
would've
keep
been
somebody from having the lead. Doing your best to drain someone of their markers.
That would have been a fun way to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you see,
You have activated my trap card, and now I sacrifice El Gobernador and automatically win.
Yeah. So that is the biggest thing. Where you can have these locomotives that you can effectively expend as baggage in order to lower the victory threshold. It only helps to a point because you do want all of your locomotives in your roster to be able to functionally contribute. But if you do have a boat anchor you're dragging around, or if you have a locomotive that's sort of outlived its usefulness because you've defeated the other top-end engine, for example, or bottom-end engine.
You can vote them out as the imposter.
Yeah, you can just...
You can eject excess weight.
Yeah. In order to make the game shorter. The other thing is, and this is also having to do with knockout sequences, and it's a little bit more complicated to explain. It's that for the first 10, things go as normal. Where you're calling a style point, your opponent can respond with one or say same. And that contributes to the list. Once you cross 10 pairs, or 10 rounds, or 10 back and forth, whatever you want to call them. I've been referring to them as pairs in the rules because rounds seemed confusing. Once you cross 10 pairs, the sames don't actually add up anymore. So, you say something, your opponent says same, it doesn't go on the record. It's just that style point is consumed, and it vanishes into the ether. Which means that from that point, all of the points that you accumulate, all of the style points that you accumulate, have to be stuff that's unique to your engine. It also means that before that, if you are on the back foot, you have an incentive to call things that are not unique to your engine, because you're saving the unique ones for later. Because once you get to 10 rounds, 10 pairs, if you can tack on another 15, which is a tall order for most engines, but is possible for a lot of them, if you can tack on another...
242A1.
Yeah, if you can tack on another 15, if it goes to 25 pairs, both locomotives are knocked out. We've never had, even with the current rules, we've never had a KO go to 25 pairs. We've never had one get within 5 pairs of that. We've never had it go to 20. But this is sort of the safety check, one, to keep KOs from going too long, and two, to create a ceiling on the meta where you can't just walk around with a roster that has just 25 style points for every locomotive and expect that you are going to be completely unstoppable. Because as long as your opponent has something that's comparable, they can still get one of your locomotives out, get a chink in your armor, maybe they knock out your top end or your bottom end, and then they can start calling points that can't be blocked.
You I was also going to point out, I'm surprised Horizon didn't, when I was knocking out the M1, I'm surprised Horizon didn't call back when I said powered screw reverser. I'm surprised he didn't call back with power reverse.
I was thinking about that, but I couldn't remember if the M1 actually had it.
I believe the
Seems
M1...
obvious.
Sorry, go ahead.
The M1s did.
The M1s
Did
did.
they?
They also, I believe, had a stoker because they were of sufficient size that that they were mandated to have one after like 1933.
Well, they were built in the 20s,
Very
so
cool.
I don't know.
I know, but they had to be retrofitted. Is the thing. I was
see.
talking to the guys in Maine about this, the people working on 470, because they have the exact dates that all the like cool stuff was added to their engine, and the stoker is because it was a passenger engine of a certain size. It had to have the stoker.
That's fun.
But I will say about the power screw reverse. Power reverse and screw reverse are two different points. Saying them as power screw does sort of make it a trump card where I would not have given the M1 the same because it doesn't have the same. But if Kaiserin had said power reverse, then you could have said same, and then screw reverse, and then you wouldn't have been able to say same. It's sort of a way to pad it out. It doesn't really make much difference, I think.
Power screw reversers are a real thing, though. I didn't just make that up.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying having a power reverse is a separate style point than having a screw reverse. So you can double dip
I
on
need
that.
to remind somebody.
What'd you say, Tyler?
They're a little bit more common than you might think, Kaiserin. Which I need to remind somebody something.
Uh-oh. Okay, carry on. But yeah, I think you guys both fought really well. I think, obviously Horizon, you lost the M1. I think you still had a fighting chance even into the end game if you had played your cards right. But I don't, I personally, despite seeing as many games as I have, I don't know what those cards were.
Not a clue.
But something about just spamming markers to force resets and then blocking to get a locomotive, to get control, calling a bunch of weight points against the 242A1 or whatever, and then forcing another reset and doing it all over again. This time,
probably.
This ties into the third rule change. So you have the change to the limits of the game, you have the change to how KOs work, and you have a change to how rests work. Now, we've never seen anybody use a rest, because currently, in order to use a rest, you have to either have just completed... Well, you can use it if you've completed a knockout sequence, or if you have no other locomotives to switch to and you're being asked to switch by the game's rules. So, if you are on the calling end of a tie and your opponent elects not to swap, or it's still a tie, then you have to swap. But if you can't do that, because you only have one locomotive available because the other four are knocked out, then you have to use a rest, otherwise your game is over. And that's the way the rules have been set up, but now you can use a rest, not just if you only have one locomotive left, but as long as you have one locomotive knocked out. And what a rest does is the same thing as a swap, except you don't have to switch locomotives. So it just contributes to the number of points used, or markers used, to force a reset without you having to switch to something else. And that could be that could probably be abused. I'm not sure how yet exactly, but that is something that I dropped in there to sort of give another outlet for the use of markers, um, and let people maybe run with the ball for a little while if they are, uh, if they are doing really well and they haven't been attacked with a KO or they haven't fumbled a KO or whatever. I might end up changing it to 2 locomotives knocked out, but these games are going to be probably going a little bit quicker and ending a little bit sooner, so you won't be stacking up 5 and 6 markers most of the time.
You got to admit, this is probably the fastest Loco Dome ever.
Oh, it is, by like half an hour.
Yeah.
Um,
Even with us blithering on.
but yeah, either contestant may use this marker after the completion of a knockout sequence, which is what it says right now, or at any time if they have no dormant locomotives, which is what it says right now. And I crossed that out and wrote at least 1 knocked out locomotive. So you can throw your boat anchor so that you have a chance to use rests. And just continue gathering points before you have to give up the ball. Of course, unless you fumble or the other player uses a block, which would then just
you still have to be good at the game.
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I wonder if it will just be blatantly overpowered, and I'll have to change it to 2 locomotives out. But
we'll find out through play.
Yeah, we'll find out through play tests, and probably me just sitting awake at night going through scenarios in my head. I was going through scenarios earlier in one of the. I have a new Loco Dome sheet which has all these rules set up, sort of, and. I was just sort of messing around to see how many locomotives you can knock out before you run out of points, before you hit the threshold. And the answer is, you can knock out all of them. Just about. You can knock
still
out...
be bloodthirsty.
If you are super bloodthirsty and you go only for kamikazes, like you have a roster of super juiced up stat point or style point locomotives, and you go in there with intent to attack your opponent's similar roster, and you just run up the clock to 25 every single time. You can knock out 8 locomotives by the time you have 40 points total on the board.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I determined that the quickest game in terms of points would be one where that happens, and the final score is 22-21.
Wow.
Yeah. So that would be.
Wait, I know you haven't ended the video yet. I don't think.
I have not.
Oh, but if I want the viewers to see something horrible, look in the channel, and look at this is 242A1 before it was rebuilt.
Eat that.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
It's
very ugly.
It is very ugly.
This locomotive had like a type of valve gear I've never heard of. It was rotary poppet, but it didn't look like anything I've ever seen.
Well,
and it doesn't have a set sheet, so you don't have to fear Tyler.
Just be disgusted, perhaps.
Pallets.
What's up?
Pallets.
Yes. A good palate cleanser.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming, and yeah, so Kaiserin, you'll be facing off against either Bender or East. Horizon, you'll be facing off against AJ or Bryson. Depending on who loses that match. They were supposed to be playing today. They're not playing until October 20th now, so a week from today.
Yep.
And so then you'll find out who you are facing off against. In between, take a week to read some rules, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, we'll see you next week, next Tuesday with more Loco Dome, and next week with more shenanigans. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.